It's 4 a.m. again. You stare at your phone and think, what the hell am I doing here? It cannot continue like this. Starting from tomorrow, I will change my life. But in the next morning, the thought is gone. Instead, you press the snooze button for the 5th time around noon. Does this sound familiar to you? Believe me, you are not alone. It took me literally years to finally embark on my own journey. But now I can tell you 2 things. Starting my own self-improvement journey may have been the best decision of my life, and I should have started much sooner. Self-improvement defined as the improvement of one's knowledge, status or character by one's own efforts. One person might desire financial freedom, another wants to break his bad habits, and the next one wishes to live more in the moment. Self-improvement can relate to a single but also to many aspects of life. But they have all one thing in common. They all want to change the current situation. They don't want to look back in 20 years and regret their passivity. Now, are you ready? First, we are looking for your why. What is bothering you about your life? What drives you to change? Visualizing and accepting the problem is an incredibly powerful tool. Expect your self-improvement journey to be long, difficult and unpredictable. A good reason will give you strength to overcome these challenging times. Why do you want to embark on this journey? Once you have found your motivation, the question arises, where? Where do you want to go? What is the destination? If you walk blindly, you will get somewhere, but it is very unlikely that you will get to your preferred destination. Additionally, it is very difficult to roam 2 paths at the same time. Therefore, at the beginning, I recommend you that you only take one single task. Would you like to restore your mobility? Do you want to improve your sleep? Where should your first trip go? Now we have the destination and your reason. Let's get to the most difficult, but also most important part. How? How do we reach your destination? This is the point where most people fail. We are great thinkers, but we are very bad doers. How many times have you set your mind on something and then ultimately not carried it out? We need a compatible system that helps us to turn our ideas into reality. Let's assume that you want to be more flexible, but you are not that sporty. Then an hour of stretching every day might overwhelm you. Demands that are too high diminish our motivation, and we do not even start in the first place. A more realistic approach to finally get started would be to stretch for 10 to 15 minutes a day. Once you build a routine, you can increase the pace step by step. Now let's have a look at another system. In order to adjust your sleep, you should question yourself why it suffers in the first place. Maybe you surf social medias for hours in bed and you lose track of time. Then one option might be to eliminate this unfavorable habit that conflicts with your goal. You could leave your cell phone out of reach and the issue should solve itself. But maybe the reason is somewhere else. You may not be tired because you always go to bed at different times. Thus, a regular sleeping time is a proper solution. Your system could be to set an alarm so that you will have a reminder that it's time to sleep. As you can see, there are many different possibilities and they can also complement each other. Do you have an idea what your system could look like? Congratulations! You've done your first huge step in the right direction. For me personally, it was extremely helpful to write everything down to build a connection with my planned journey. But even with the best planning, there's no guarantee for success. But we can try to improve it. Therefore, I provide you with my most important lessons which I learned in my own first self-improvement year. Learn from my experiences to start straight away at full speed.